Numbers are coming up. All right. So what we're going to do, we'll start off. The presentation should only take us about half an hour, and then we will have some questions and answers. So I just want to check if I'm audible to everybody, please. If you can perhaps put your hands up. So there's a little function that you can do on Zoom where you can show your hand, show captions, and you can just show your hand. Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great. Thank you. So we will try and make this as engaging as possible, and we will welcome some questions at the very end. And then perhaps we can invite you to ask questions. Thank you, Tish. Thank you. Thank you, Ivanka. And what we will do is we will look at engaging everybody and ask any questions that you will have. So we have a gentleman called Matthew from Anglia Ruskin University, London campus, who is here on board to answer any questions specific to Anglia Ruskin University. And I will introduce Matthew and Anglia Ruskin very shortly as I go through my slides. Okay, can we move a slide, please, Mr. Gurav? Mr. Gurav is our technical champion, and he's working in the background and will take us through the slides.
Yes, Gurav. Just a second. Can you see my screen now, Gurav?
Yes, I can. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right, okay. So educate me. Thank you, Guru. If I can ask you, moving on to the next slide, please, about us. Thank you. That's fine. On to the next slide, please. Thank you. That's it. That's it. All right, so educate me. We are a group of company. We are a group. Our group, EducateMe Group, is in the UK. We're an educational organization that provides consultancy free of charge to students. And when I say students, I don't mean students who are already in study, prospective students, people who have inquiries about wanting to study and achieve aspirations or goals of what they want to become. Perhaps they never got the chance. Perhaps they dropped out of school or secondary education, whether in their countries in Europe or here in the UK. They kind of dropped out of school for various circumstances and never had a chance to go back into school. And now there is an opportunity for them to grab that very thing that they always wanted to do and be something and excel in their career and bring more money to the family and achieve a better living standard. So there is opportunities now for you to dive into study and achieve those things if you wanted to. And what I'm going to do is take you through a few slides and talk you through about how we can help you achieve your study aspirations. And it's quite easy. It doesn't cost you any money. And it's really simple, and we'll guide you through the entire process. Thank you, Guru. If I can ask you to move on to the next slide, please. We help people achieve their career aspirations to gain a qualification. Our mission is to make higher education accessible to everyone. So be that you may live in Leeds, you may live in Birmingham, you may live in London. There is an opportunity that perhaps exists for you to attend courses locally, if not in London. Thank you, Guru. A little bit about who we are. We have overseas offices as well, and we have won awards in education and training. We are part of British Council, and we are on their database of consultants. And we're part of Language Cert, which is an organization that accredits English as a test for people around the world who want to have a certificate to prove their English proficiency. Thank you, Guru. The benefits of coming to an organization like us. The benefits are that there is no money to pay us. We don't charge any money. So our services are completely free. It's always impartial. So we will work only for you. We don't charge any money, and we will always give you honest advice. How we receive our money is when we place an individual with a school or an institution, then we get a referral fee. And so that is why we don't need to charge you for any services. You're entitled to get some grants and support from the government. That support comes in forms of a loan. It's called Student Finance England. You can look it up. It's a loan that's available to everyone who may have residence in the United Kingdom, and they can prove that they have residence. So, for example, you are born in the United Kingdom, you may be an asylum seeker, you may live as a dependent of somebody who you're married, who has status in the United Kingdom. So you may be from Europe, for example. You may have a share code. You may be entitled to these types of education support. And the government is widely wanting to encourage people to go back into education and help them achieve their dreams. I often have people who come to me from backgrounds. For example, we have people who work in a school as a caretaker, or people who are cleaners. And they often have never had the opportunity to go in and study. And so later, as they are enjoying their studies, they are becoming more confident, outspoken, talking to friends and family, and their communication skills is far more better. And they're now in jobs which now pays them much more, and it's widely satisfying in the careers that they've chosen. So there's lots of opportunities there, but you just got to grab them. Okay, thank you, Guru. Next slide, please. We're now going to welcome our colleagues from Anglia Ruskin University, London campus, and they're going to talk to us about their campus, their entry requirements, and the courses that they offer. I will now hand you over to my colleague, Matthew, at Anglia Ruskin University. Thank you.
Hi, Vanud. Hi, everyone else. Thank you for that introduction, and thanks for the overview of the company. Great to hear. So firstly, just like to introduce myself. So my name is Matthew Mullard, Head of Marketing for ARU London, so Anglia Ruskin University London. And that means I look after our recruitment channels and all of our marketing functions for the university, for our London campus. So first of all, just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate being able to speak to you today. And hopefully you can get a little bit of information about ARU London. And hopefully I can sort of whet your appetite to be able to entice you to submit an application through EducateMe, and hopefully, you know, in the end of it, join us at ARU London at one of our future intakes. So first of all, if I get us kicked off with who we are. So Anglia Ruskin University, we have multiple campuses in the UK. The campus that I look after and the campus that we're talking about today is our London campus. So we are based in central London. So we have two campuses at the moment. We have a campus in East India, which is next to Canary Wharf, So a few minutes from Canary Wharf. It's within sort of 10, 15 minutes traveling from Stratford, and within a couple of minutes from Canning Town. Via public transport, it's East India DLR station. That's actually situated on campus. So within the grounds and within the actual campus itself, the DLR station sits. So from getting off the DLR to your classrooms or to the campus, it's a couple of minutes walk, which is great for our students. We have a second campus in central London, which is in Farringdon. So for those of you who don't know where that is, if you were to probably have a map of London and almost put a pin right in the middle, that's where we are now. That's where we are, our Farringdon campus. If you are thinking about studying for an undergraduate degree, which I think most of you probably will be, all of the courses are taught out of our East India campus. If you are thinking about a postgraduate degree, then that would be in our Farringdon campus. So that's how we split them at the moment. If you are looking to apply in September or a later intake, so September this year or May next year, or January next year or May next year, then it would all be at our East India campus. So we're slowly migrating and we're slowly transferring our students and our courses and our delivery, to our East India campus. And the Farringdon campus, like I said, it's only for postgraduate students at the moment. So yes, so that's our campus. We really invest heavily in our facilities. So we try and have first-class facilities for our students to use. We pride ourselves on having, kind of spaces that are well equipped in terms of IT systems. We try and have an environment that really fosters learning and really motivates our students to try and do well in their degree, and generally just have a nice environment for students to learn. And there's lots of photos, lots of videos on our website. So if you did want to have a look, our website is london.aou.ac.uk, and you can have a look on there at the campus. There's even a walkthrough tour, so it's kind of like a 3D live tour that's been pre-recorded, so you can watch that and you can have a look at the campus for yourself. But like I say, it's a really great environment for learning. And the East India campus, which is where majority of our students are studying, we opened that campus a few years back, so it's also really new, so really modern, and an excellent environment for our students and hopefully for you to learn in. So a little bit more about ARU London. So we operate in 3 intakes per year. So the next intake for us is in May, and the one after that would be September. And then the final intake is January. So 3 intakes per year. It doesn't matter when you start the course. It's completely up to you as to which intake that you want to start. Traditionally, a September intake would be the largest intake. So that would be when most students join. But our January and May intakes are identical to what we run in September. We have a range of courses, a range of undergraduate and a range of postgraduate degrees that we teach. For undergraduate, we have 11 different courses that we run out of our London campus. Those subjects range from business subjects, which have some specialities or some specialisms in hospitality, tourism, events. We have a general business degree, international business management. We then have some other specializations in human resource management, law, marketing. So we've really got a wide range of business degrees. We then also have some more specialist degrees, which would be in finance and accounting. We also have a LLB law degree. And then finally, we also have some healthcare courses in business and healthcare, and then health and social care. Yeah, thanks for the on-screen prompt there. So yeah, a good range of courses for our students to apply to. All of our degrees are available as standard. All the degrees as standard are 3 years, but we also offer a foundation year degree, which we also offer, foundation years, which makes the degree a 4-year program. So during the difference between that would be if a student, if someone was applying with slightly lower entry qualifications, or if a student was applying with work experience, or if they didn't have the qualifications for us to admit them onto a 3-year degree, we can offer a foundation year. And in that foundation year, you would build up, or the students would build up a general, a kind of really strong general base of knowledge, skills, whether that be, general business skills, it could be professional skills, it could be numeracy, so that there is a maths module in there. Just generally getting those additional skills that will equip our students to perform to their best ability during the actual 3-year degree. Obviously, for some students that don't need that, they've already got the qualifications or they've already got that experience, we can offer them to start into year 1. But it's just to note that we do have that option available. So it's either a foundation year, which is a 4-year degree, or we have the standard degree, which is 3 years. We also have some postgraduate degrees. I know the focus here, I think, is mainly for undergraduate, but just to let you know, we have 7 postgraduate degrees. We have 2 MBAs. We have an LLM, which is a law postgraduate degree, and then we have 4 MSCs. And again, those subjects range from finance, hospitality, marketing, and project management. So that's our course portfolio. At ARU London, we really try and support our students to the best ability and to the best kind of that any university, I think, in London does, because we have experience over the past 10, 15 years in London of providing education for students who have been out of education for a while. So as Vinood said earlier, a lot of our students maybe wouldn't have left college or left school and gone straight to university. A lot of our students have gaps, whether that be 5, 10, 15 years. And we often find that those type of students require a bit more support because they haven't been in that educational sphere for a number of years. So when I say support, that can be anything from technical support on an IT side. It could be pastoral support. So if people are looking for, someone to speak to, if they're having a tough time or they're finding things particularly difficult, we have personal development tutors for all students. It could be well-being. If someone's going through some issues at home or outside of university, we have a well-being team that provide extensive support. Financial support, we have various bursaries, scholarships. So something that we're really proud of is any student, all of our students have the ability to earn themselves £500 per year. All they need to do is have 90% attendance and hand in all of their required coursework or sit their required exams. So if you meet those criteria, our finance team will contact you, and then they'll put £500 in your bank account, which can be used for anything. So we call it our travel bursary, but in reality, it can be used for anything. So there's a real kind of wide range of support networks and incentives that we try and offer to our students to really motivate them to study and to perform to the best of their ability. Being in London, we have a very diverse student body. We have students from the age of 18 all the way up to kind of 50, 55, I think, in some cases. So really kind of wide range of students that join us. We have probably, I would say, 95% of the nationalities across the world represented in our student body. So we've got 8,000 students, and we have, like I say, hundreds of different nationalities. So, if you weren't born in the UK and you were brought up elsewhere and you've settled in the UK, if you're worried about maybe not meeting someone that you'd get on with, I would honestly, really try and put that to rest and say, anyone from any walk of life, you'll meet at our university. So really diverse range of students, and that's great because it really brings a different perspective into the classroom. People have different views on things, different thoughts, and when you mix all that together, it really brings it really creates a really great environment for learning. And there's tons of other things as well that I can say, but I don't want to go on for too long. So please visit our website and have a look at some of those things. Something that I just wanted to finally mention before we go on to the entry criteria is Anglia Ruskin as a university has done really well in the past 12 months. We've won some fantastic awards. So we were named the Times Higher Education University of the Year for 2023. So every university in the UK can apply for this. And Anglia Ruskin was picked to win the award. And like I say, was the University of the Year. So that's probably our main award that we're really proud of, and something that we've really we've really kind of felt like we've achieved something. So that's one thing, and also we are rated TEF Gold. So all universities in the UK have a ranking system: gold, silver, bronze, and Anglia Ruskin is ranked in the top group, so we have a gold award for that. Okay, so moving on to entry criteria. So entry criteria breaks into two different parts. You have the English language requirement, and then you also have the academic requirement. So if I start with English language, because that's what we've got on screen, what we're looking for is that a potential applicant has an English qualification of a level 2 or higher. So by a level 2, that could be GCSEs, it could be functional skills, it could be a range of other kind of qualifications that we can accept. One of the most kind of famous international would be IELTS, but we understand a lot of students don't have IELTS in the UK. So there's other things that we do accept. These are all listed on the website that you can go onto, but the most common ones which we see are GCSEs and level 2 functional skills. If you have studied a level 3 qualification in the UK, so if you have a level 3 qualification that you studied, whether that be private study, or you've gone to a college or another institution to do that, we can also accept that as English language, as proof of English language requirements. So they're the most common ones that we see: GCSEs, level 2 functional skills, or a level 3. If you don't have any of that, don't worry. We run English language tests weekly on campus, or we will send you a code to take Duolingo, which is an online English test. So you have the ability to take that. That's free of charge. We, the university, cover the cost for that. And yeah, you can take that anytime. So Duolingo, you can take it from home, or the English language, the ELPT, you can take at our campus. And again, we run that weekly. So again, you're free to take that any sort of time. One thing as well, which is just to note, if you have a UK passport, so if you're a UK national, or you have settled in the UK and you've taken on the UK nationality, you also wouldn't need to take the English test. So UK passport holders don't need to take the English test. One thing I will just go on to, I'll go on to the requirements, so the entry requirements for the academic side. So our standard offer would be for a student to have a level 3 qualification. The level 3, it doesn't matter if it's not from the UK. So if it's from Europe, if it's from overseas, it doesn't matter. What we would look is for the equivalency, that it's equivalent to a UK level 3. If you're not sure, I would encourage you to submit your application to the team at EducateMe, and they'll be able to advise you. If it's a qualification that's quite obscure and not well known, they will check it with my team, and we'll obviously let EducateMe know, and then they'll kind of pass that on to you. But yeah, general offer is for a level 3. If you don't have a level 3, but you have a level 2, that can also be accepted. Anyone with a level 2 would be for a foundation year degree. If you have the level 3, it depends how many credits, or it depends what type of level 3 it is. Some of you that have a level 3 might still need to go for a foundation year, but some that have different types of level 3 qualifications, again, might be able to study for a 3-year degree. What I would say is, speak to EducateMe, speak to the team there, and they'll be able to advise you. They'll be able to advise you best on that. So that's covered level 3s, level 2s that we can accept. Again, as I said again, level 2 is always for a foundation year, and we actually also are able to accept some work experience. So if you have no formal qualifications, but you would like to, you'd still like to apply and you're still interested, we can accept work experience only. If that's what you have. The criteria for work experience is that it has to be your job has to be slightly relevant or somewhat relevant to the degree. Okay, so what I mean by that is, depending on what degree you want to apply for, so whether that's health and social care, whether that's business management, marketing, law, we would need some sort of experience that's relatable to that degree. So let's take the healthcare example, health and social care degree example. If you wanted to apply for health and social care, you would need some experience in the healthcare sector. So, what we aren't, we aren't expecting students to have managerial directorship roles within the healthcare sector. What we're looking for is direct, relevant work. So, examples could be a healthcare worker, social worker, working within the NHS, working at a private medical practice, working with the elderly, working with young children. Anything like that would be accepted. With work experience, we just need a reference. So when you submit the application, we'll ask for the documents that are on screen. So that could be CV. CV is required for all students. If you have certificates or qualifications, then you'd need to provide those. A photo or a copy is required, and also a copy of your identification, so passport, driving license, anything like that. If you're applying with work experience, you obviously wouldn't be applying with the qualification and certificates, so you'd just be applying with the CV. And you'd also need to include your reference on there. So whether that's your line manager, it could be the human resource department in your company, anything like that, that's acceptable as a reference. It needs to be with their business email address, so we wouldn't accept any personal emails. And then what we would do is we will send the applicant CV to the referee. We'll double check that it's been accepted by the referee and that they confirm that everything is accurate. And then once we've received that, we'll then send out an offer for a student on a foundation year degree who is applying with work experience. One thing that we're just missing on that list as well is we also require a personal statement. So a personal statement is a small piece of work, anywhere between sort of 300 to 500 words. And it's a statement about why you want to study the degree and why you want to join Anglia Ruskin University. So a bit of creative writing. And once that has been, once you've completed that, you can then submit your application. So yeah, CV, qualifications and certificates, if that's what you have, a copy of identification or passport, and then also the personal statement. So if you have all of those things, you can work with EducateMe to submit your application directly to us. The next stage of the admission would normally be our admissions team assessing the application. We will then get back to you within 24, 48 hours with an offer if we can accept either your qualifications or work experience. You may then have conditions of your offer. So the most two common conditions would either be an English test, so to pass one of our English tests if you don't have the English qualifications, or to pass an academic interview. So any student applying for a foundation year, they are invited to take an academic interview, and it will have to be passed. The interview is held at our campus with one of our academics, so one of our teachers. And during the interview, you're asked questions about why you want to study, why you've chosen the course, why you've chosen Anglia Ruskin University London, what you're looking forward to, what your career plans are, what your experience is. So all general things to do with the degree. And if you pass that interview, then we'd be able to accept you as a student to enroll onto one of our degrees. So next intake is May. So we're coming up for our May intake, and as you can see, the deadlines are on screen. And yeah, I suppose the important thing to note is our teaching starts on the 7th of May. So we've pretty much got about 4 weeks to go until classes start for May, and then the next intake after that is September. Great, yeah, and like I said, it's a really simple process. We try and make things as easy as possible during the application process. We just need those kind of few key documents. EducateMe will be able to help you along the process. If you have any questions, I would always advise you to go directly to them, and they'll be able to ask. They'll be able to answer them. If they're not, and there's anything that they're not sure about, they'll come to us directly, and then we'll be able to answer it, and they'll feed it back to you. Once you have submitted your application, you will also be able to speak directly to our admissions team, so you'll have their contact details as well.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Matthew. Lots of information there. Lots and lots of information there. I mean, what I like about ARU is they offer the Excellence in Commitment Award of £500. So if you have 90% plus of commitment, that you have genuine intent in passing your courses, and you are committed in attending your courses, and you're submitting your exams and on time, etc. Find out what institutions nowadays will give you the very thing that you're wanting to do, and they award you for it. I think this is a wonderful way of showing your appreciation to your students, and very good. And I encourage more institutions to follow what AIU are doing. I think it's very good. And for you to be TEF Gold, where you're highest in ranking, that just shows the students and prospective students that they're joining an organization that takes its reputation very highly. It's not an organization that's going to collapse and run away with your education, as has been the past with many other schools or colleges who offer education and then collapse midway through. Anglia Ruskin is not one of those institutions. It's TEF Gold, which shows it's got the highest ranking of compliance and rigorous checks, that it is there to ensure all of your education needs throughout your course of 3 or 4 years is going to be met. The fact that it also has the support mechanisms in place. If you have, of course, like Matthew picked out, some of you will be coming into education after a long break and perhaps have forgotten the time that you were in school. There were daunting times for some of you where you had to write exams and the invigilator had to go up and down checking. Perhaps things have changed somewhat, where it's a lot more technology based, where you would have to submit your test online. And there are lots of softwares that allow you to do that so easy. But then at the same time, you may have questions. You may not have used a computer for a long time. The only technology you use is your mobile phone or your tablet. And so people can help you adapt to using a laptop. And it doesn't take long. Even if you're one person per key, or one finger per key like me, I press one finger per key, and I'm very slow. I'm not one of those fast typists. But even I, can manage it. But it's great. And I urge as many of you, please, to fill out the inquiry form, submit it to us. And that's where your journey begins. That's where your journey begins. So for you, you would need to visit our website. Thank you, Guru. www.educateme.group. You can scan the form using the QR code. And then you can look up on the website and download this form, which you see here. It's got some very basic questions: name, address, how do we contact you, a little bit about your history, any medical information, and so forth. And then once we receive that, then we will get one of our recruitment sales team to call you. And they will go through what we call a profile check. They will ask you all the questions that Matthew has just asked. Do you have a CV? Do you have a passport? What is your residency status? And from that, we can get an understanding of whether you meet the basic criteria. And if you don't, then what support you need from us to help you achieve your journey in wanting to join ARU. And they will help you with all the courses. They will guide you on how to write your personal statement. Okay? We will also guide you and lead you to the website where you will make an application for any finance or maintenance grants. We can't do them for you, but we can guide you to the website and we can tell you this is what the question is asking you and this is what it means. Okay? So from this point onwards, I will now open up the forum to all of you to ask any questions. If there are any questions that you have, can I ask that you type them in the chat, please? There are some videos and testimonials that you can look at from our website. And these are students who have been at ARU, at EducateMe, and you can look up, thank you, Guru, for the links there. Perhaps you can, I'm not sure if you can type and copy them, but you can certainly do a screenshot and then you can type it into your mobile phone or your tablet and then have a look at these in your own time. Right. Do we have any questions, please, from any of our students, prospective students that are here, please? Thank you, Guru. So just raise your hand if you have a question, please. Is there anything that perhaps we haven't covered or you are not sure about something?
There's a question in the chat box from Tish.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
They're asking, what if you have a level 2 and work experience?
Excellent question. Very relevant. And thank you, Tish, for the question. Matthew, can I ask you to answer that? Would that be okay?
Yeah, of course. Yes. So that would absolutely be fine. So if you have a level 2 and you've got work experience on your CV, then you'd receive an offer for one of our foundation year degrees. As I said during the presentation, you just need to come in and pass an academic interview. That would be the condition of your offer. And then if everything went well and you passed, then you'd be able to start the degree. So absolutely, we can accept a level 2.
There you go. Wonderful news there. Wonderful news there, Tish. You're 50% there. All you have to do is submit your application. Do we have any other questions, please? Thank you, Tish, for taking the courage. I know sometimes it's a bit daunting to ask the question on these chat things. So well done, Tish. Thank you very much. Guru, is there any more questions from anybody? How about Ivanka? How about if I ask Ivanka? I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. Ivanka Nakova? Do you have any questions? Or Rusin? Ketin Kaya?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
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 Yeah.
Hello, Rusin. Yes.
Hello, sir. Yeah. Just normally nowadays I'm just studying at Ulster University for international business, and for PhD I'm just looking for any courses, but just there's some of the limitation or barriers or boundaries, I don't know, but generally the UK, in the universities in UK, the student is not international. Some of the country also, most of people came and they are just talking their own language. So I'm just looking for an international person and more people who came from any other countries and cultures also. Is there the same situation in this university?
Well, let me answer that, Rusin. Thank you, Rusin, for asking the question. Rusin, can I ask, where are you? Which country are you from, Rusin?
I'm from Turkey.
From Turkey. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your residency here in the United Kingdom?
I will be here there. I'm in my country. I'm here until this year, just a student.
Oh, I see. You're talking from Turkey, are you?
Yeah, but I will back this week. I will back. Normally I'm living in London, but for Easter I'm now in my country and I will back again.
Right. So when you are living in London, are you on a visa, Rusin?
Yeah. Well,
What kind of visa is it, Rusin?
Student D.
You're on a student visa, are you?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So these courses, Rusin, you can either pay for them as an international fee-paying student, or you can, if you were a resident here in the United Kingdom, you could possibly have taken advantage of some loans and scholarships. that may be available to you through the UK. And the UK government here is encouraging a lot of people to go back into we can assist you with. Okay. Ivanka, I have a level 2 Principles of Business Administration certificate. Well, congratulations, Ivanka, and thank you for reaching out. So, Matthew, how about if we can answer Ivanka?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, you know, same sort of applies to what Tish said. So yeah, it should be absolutely fine for an offer for a foundation year degree. One thing I would just say with the qualifications from the UK, if you see a logo that says Ofqual on the certificate, that means that 100% it can be accepted. If you don't have Ofqual on the certificate, then we would have to check it, and there might be some question marks if we can accept it. But probably 9 times out of 10 we do see Ofqual on most certificates. So that would just be one thing to check for Tish and Ivanka. Just double check and see if you see an Ofqual logo at the bottom of the certificate.
Thank you, Matthew. So Ivanka, thank you for again taking the courage, and I ask you all, please, it's nothing to worry about. If you have a question, just put it out. So yes, if you have a level 2 qualification, yes, help you make your application to Anglia Ruskin. Thank you, Ivanka, very much. Mr. Tunde, hello. For master's program, is there a payment plan?
Yeah. So for masters, our tuition fee is 8,500. All of our master's courses, you can also apply for a postgraduate loan through the government, which I think is 12,500 at the moment, or it could just be slightly more than that. So the tuition fee can be fully covered by the postgraduate loan. Our tuition fees are payable in 3 installments, 3 equal installments. So we run our master's courses full-time, which is 1 year, or part-time, which is 2 years. If it's a full-time course, then it's the 8,500 divided by 3 in 3 equal installments. If it is if you're trying to do part-time, then it would be 6 equal installments across 2 years.
Sorry about that. I think my internet had just crashed. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, madam, we can hear you.
So sorry, Gaurav and others. My internet just crashed. I've luckily got signal back, and I've just got back in again. I hope I didn't miss anything. I think we last answered the question. Is there any other questions? Sorry, Gaurav, if I've missed anything. No, have we answered everybody? Right. So once again, if I can encourage you, please, just to visit our website, fill out the application form, the inquiry form, and then just complete it and send that off to us. And then we will promptly be in touch with you tomorrow, and we can take you through your inquiry and see how we can help you. I really do look forward to receiving your application and talking to you in the coming. Do ask us if there's any questions. There's nothing wrong with a wrong question or a silly question. We don't mind. We can answer it, and we can help you with any inquiries you have. So we've now reached the end of our presentation, and I'm thankful for everybody involved. And we'll now end this video. The webinar will be available to look at. The webinar will be available to look at on our recording. It'll be a recording on our website. Ivana has just asked a question. Can we send Ivana some links? So can I ask our technical team in the background to promptly get onto that, please, and assist Ivanka and Tish with their inquiries.
Yes.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Cheers. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you.